Style of the Dog. Prologue. Hand of Fate. His poetry commands hundreds of hands to collide with their counterparts. From every collision, the slapping sound of chirality is thrown into a chorus of its clones. The crowd morphs to a parish, their cheers to chanted hymns, clapping more devotion than ovation, more prayer than applause. I wish this applause were for me, but I don't want to sound greedy, because I'd be happy with just being noticed, or visible, or at least a little less non-existent. I just wish I existed, okay? I wish I were more than a mere character. Although, I may not even be that. I might just be the narrator. I wish I knew what was going on. I also wish I could remember if I took my medication before work. Seriously, did I forget to take my pill or not? I wish I could remember if I remembered. I focused my memory back to this morning. Well, technically it wasn't this morning. It was more like afternoon, or late afternoon. But the time I woke doesn't matter. What matters is that once I was up, I took my meds. Most days I remember, but what about today? It was, when? 5 or so hours ago? My imagination renders the recollection into a scene. A moving picture forms in my mind, of me, from before. I see myself swallowing the capsule, and then I feel it. I feel myself physically swallowing it. I live it, as if I'm remembering doing it. But this doesn't mean it's accurate. This could just be my mind's idea of what the memory would be like. I've swallowed the capsule enough times that it wouldn't be hard for my mind to recreate it. I can't rely on memories right now. But then again, when has there ever been a time I could? I can't remember one. That joke was also not a joke, because to me there is no then. All that exists is now. It's as if the character I'm playing has no backstory at all. Hell, at this point, I'm pretty sure I don't even have a name. Okay, why am I thinking thoughts like this? Is this normal? Or am I feeling symptoms? I mean, this moment right now, so far, feels pretty normal, I think. But it's not like I can compare it to other moments. I can't put two moments side by side. This moment's the only one I can explore, at least for the moment. So how am I supposed to know what isn't normal? If I did forget my pill, wouldn't the symptoms be more obvious? Or am I already feeling them and just don't know it? Is worrying about having symptoms one of the symptoms? It probably is. But there are so many others, too, many of which usually go unnoticed until it's too late. I wish I knew where to look for them. I wish I knew where the warning signs appeared, where exactly on the mental map the borderline's drawn, where the pharmaceutical sentries guard against psychoses invaders. I wish I could see if the guards were there tonight, keeping watch, guarding against the invaders of Damn it. Now I'm just repeating myself. I wish I didn't do that so much. I also wish this applause I'm currently hearing was for me. I'm still repeating myself, and on top of that, I'm off topic. What was I thinking about? I don't know. I lost track. All I can think about now is the sound of that cheering crowd, because it's impressive. There's so much energy in the room, and sure, I've heard this specific noise a couple dozen times before, but its effect remains undiluted. I mean, just listen to this. All this clapping and hollering, this praise, it's no longer an applause. It's an eruption of unparalleled respect, unrivaled reverence. It's worship, the sort of which I wish I were worthy, but I'm not. Inside and out, I possess no greatness nor beauty. What I do possess, or rather what possesses me, is a violent ugliness that infects depths much deeper than skin. I am a fattening horror show of physique and psyche, with an ego as toxic and bloated as my intake of substance. If I ever do get an applause, it'll be the moment I go limp at my lynching. But I must have you know that I do wish it were different. I wish I weren't this. I wish I were a good person. Really, I do. I want this all to change. But we both know there's no helping me. I'm forsaken by my author. And because of this, you're incapable of rescuing me. You can't rewrite my story. You can only be my reader, my witness, never my savior. And why is this, you ask? Why exactly can't you help me? Well, because you are not real. you don't exist, while I, at least in this moment, do. It doesn't make me special, just lucky. I was fated. The data identifying as me was destined to have its sequence spun to soul. By chance, by blind luck, or total lack thereof, my number was called. I was assembled into the massive clock of life, into the vast jungle of spinning gears. It's a vastness rivaled only by the numbers never called, by the ungreased gears that never spawned to spin. And see, all these countless non-existent gears are quarantined, never to speak, never to hurt, never to help, never to exist with those that do. You, my reader, my non-existent friend, you are just that. You're segregated, imprisoned in oblivion's infinity, unreachable to those that are. And yes, I know I'm rambling here, so just ignore all the previous stuff and focus on the fact that because you don't exist, there's nothing you can do for me. How could you? I mean, we can't even talk. But then again, here I am talking to you. But then again, I'm not. Or am I? No, I can't be. And yet, I must be. But this doesn't make any sense. I can't talk to you. It's a fact that those who are can't communicate with those who are not. Yet the very act of me telling you this fact is in defiance of the fact I claim to tell. Something isn't right here. Something's wrong. It must be wrong. I must be wrong. It's the only way this makes sense, right? Yes, I am incorrect. Not incorrect about you not being able to help me, that's certain, but about us being on different sides of the non-existence fence. Maybe I'm like you. Maybe I'm also not here. Maybe it's not a maybe at all. Maybe I'm still rambling. I'm absolutely still rambling. I know. I'm sorry. I'll stop. From this point on, I'm going to say exactly what I mean. No distractions, no useless words, no redundancy. Except me saying no redundancy right there was definitely redundant. Okay, I'm just going to spit it out. Here it goes. I'm losing faith in my own existence. Or rather, I'm beginning to remember as to why I've lost faith in it before. I think I may be just as non-existent as you. And yes, I'll admit that this may just be my likely lack of medication talking, but I still can't help but think that damn it. I know, the thought is nuts, but hear me out. Because, yes, clearly, in some ways, I'm here. But I don't feel it. Not now, at least. Now, I swear I feel, for lack of a better word, I feel fake. And worse, I feel that my feelings about feeling fake are also fake. Or at least something resembling fakeness. Like a phony faux fakeness. Son of a bitch, why do I keep prattling on like this? Why can't I just stop all the fucking goddamn word vomiting? I know why. I'm out of control in both my actions and words, floundering endlessly forward, forever failing to gain a sense of governance over myself. But then again, to say I'm failing at governing myself is to assume there's a self to begin with. I no longer make this assumption. Because right now, as I reach for the reins of my own mind, I'm shown yet again there's nothing to grab, no real sense of self to hold on to. I feel as if I'm only a character, trapped in some sort of fated narrative, as if stuck in some bullshit bravado novel posing as literature. What I'm saying right here and now, what I'm saying to myself in this moment, and to you, and to anyone or anything else tuning in to this meaningless little oscillation in space-time, what I am feeling is a sense of senselessness, an absence of agency, vacancy. I feel I have no free will, with no control or even perception of what I am. And I'm sure this seems, and probably is, crazy, but god damn it, it's how I feel. Actually, no, this isn't how I feel, it's what I know. Of this I'm certain. I know I have no control over my thoughts and feelings. I promise I know this. My feelings on this matter are sound, are true. How do I know they're true? Well, these feelings must be true, because the feeling of not actually feeling these feelings is a feeling I wish not to feel. Yet, here I am feeling it. And even more worrisome, here I am worrying about it. Here I am worrying about how much I worry. I'm paranoid of being able to control my feelings, and the fact that I can't rid myself of this paranoia is proof that the paranoia is justified. Fuck! Do you see it? This descent of free will plunging at free fall speeds? Am I getting through to you at all? Or do I need to spell it out? Am I still rambling? Okay, you're still not responding, so I'm going to assume you're confused. I will make this as clear as I can. Free will is a lie. This is a fact from which I'll never be dissuaded. I wish I could untether myself from it. I wish I could unlearn it, or at the very least stop thinking about it so often, but I can't. You probably think I should just stop thinking about it, and I need to clear my head of what haunts it and think of something else. And you know what? Fine. I'll give your strategy a try. I'll stop thinking about the fact that free will is a lie and think of something else instead. Okay, new thoughts. New ideas. Maybe, I know. Politics. It's on plenty of people's minds these days. I see no reason not to join them, so let's ponder the big question. Is Trump going to beat Hillary? Yeah, interesting stuff here. Yeah, I sure do wonder if free will doesn't fucking exist. You see? The thought clings to my mind like the most persistent of cancers, and it's too logically malignant to radiate away with arguments. It's a goddamn cocksucking, bitch-fisting revelation that's immune to reversal. I'm stuck in a staring contest with an unblinking truth, a truth whose veracity comes pre-programmed with proof. Proof found in the source of the thought whose truth it subsequently proves. Because yes, like all others, this thought too, this realization of free will's non-existence, is yet another thought that has occurred to me unwillingly. Do you see it? Is the idea finally making sense to you? I'm not telling my brain what to think, what I think. Please understand me. I am not taking part in the selection process of what my brain creates. These are not my words. I beg you to see that I have no more control over these words than you do. Yes, you may be reading my book, so to speak, and I may be telling you the words, but I am not their writer. You may be in the back seat of the vehicle, and I may be sitting up front, but just a quick glance ahead will show you I'm not the one in the driver's seat. I may have a slightly better view of the treadmilling road through the windshield of my cornea, but we're both only passengers. Yes, you may not be real. You may only exist within the realm of non-existence, but I see now that I might as well be right there with you, for I am unable to act, thus unable to be. Alas, the permanence of my damnation, the impossibility of escaping this non-self yet self-induced squalor is exposed, hence shedding light on the pre-written pages that await, confirming the notion that I fear most, that the willing of oneself to advance, to improve, is an act no more active than the beating of one's own heart, no more customizable than the decision to breathe. And sure, breathing may be easy for most, but not for those underwater. Understand that I will never be worthy of that cheering crowd. The sort of self-improvement required is well past impossible, because personal progress either occurs or it doesn't. It isn't up to me. I can't decide to start making good choices, to start thinking good thoughts. How exactly does a person who can only act bad choose to act good? When I'm only capable of generating negative thoughts, how do I generate the positivity needed to break the cycle? I can't think about thinking something. I can't choose which thought is thought next. So for the love of love itself, please tell me how to improve. Because you must believe me, all I want is to become something better, something great. I want to be productive and joyful and decent. I want to be smart and groundbreaking. I want to be memorable and innovative. I want to be not me. I want to be the opposite. I want to be charming and witty and smart and biting, but biting in a good way, the best way. I want to be a comedian, a stand-up comedian. I want to be changed, saved, fixed, cured, and then curated. I want to be displayed, noticed, acknowledged, studied. I want to be something. No, I want to be someone who's appreciated, who's adored. I want them to love what I say and love what I am. I want them to love me. I want that goddamn applause to be for me. I want it to belong to me. If there is such a thing.